Hi guys, Jenny back again with part 4 of my February mini album for Jeannie, and I'm just taking some copper coloured thread and threading it through some white lace, just trying to determine the length that I need. And now just cutting that off. Now just taking the thread out, the twine out there, because I'm going to colour the lace with some walnut gold glimmer mist and attaching it to the page with some mini glue dots. And this is going to be the only embellishment on this page, so just securing it there with a bow and then doing another bow, so a double bow. And the centre of that piece there is just loose, it's not attached to the actual paper on the page. And now just taking a couple of sheer material flowers, and they're white, so I'm painting I think it's red velvet glimmer mist onto both of those flowers, and then setting it aside to dry, and then attaching those to the ends of that lace section there on that page with some mini glue dots. So that then is that page complete. Okay, so now I'm taking a 12 by 12 piece of designer paper and scoring it at 3-inch intervals on both sides of that paper, so vertical and horizontal, and then burnishing them with my bone folder. And this is just going to make a 4-sided fold out piece for one of the pages. So here I'm just taking my X-Acto knife and a ruler and just cutting each of those 4 corner sections off, and that will then make the fold out sections. And I don't throw those 4 corners out, I'm actually using those, just reversing them and using the other side of the designer series on the inside of that fold out piece on 4 of the sections anyway. And just they were exactly the same size, so I wanted to cut them down at least a 1/4 inch. It has a design on it that shows upright flowers, so I needed to be sure of how I was placing those. Now, taking just a piece of cardstock here and just placing a couple sheets of scrap paper, just covering a tiny section of the left and right sides of that cardstock, so that when I stamp the journaling lines on there, it doesn't go all the way across that square. Just had a couple of pieces of the pad there come off onto the stamp, so I was just taking those off and cleaning it. Okay, so you can see there that it's fairly even around there on the sides, and now just distressing the edges with some vintage photo distress ink. Now grabbing a solid butterfly stamp there and inking it up again with the no, I think this one's the walnut stain distress ink, just slightly off the piece there, and now taking some clear embossing powder and heat embossing that butterfly. You'll see I've got a dirty mark. I think that's come from my finger. I've had a bit of the distress ink, wet ink on my fingers, and now you'll see there it looked quite grubby, but then after applying the adhesive there, I've got another piece, another section there with some ink on it. So I decided to give up on that piece and start again. I couldn't use it the way it was. So I won't bore you with the process again, so I've redone it, and now attaching it to the middle section of that four-folded section there. Okay, so now just taking a flourish die piece and glimmer misting it with the English ivy, and then I've let it dry, and now just going over that with some walnut staining, glimmer mist, walnut gold, sorry. Now just taking some pink sherbet alcohol ink and colouring a couple of white flowers there, and taking some pearl glimmer mist and spraying both those flowers. And now I didn't have any half pearls, so I decided to use the liquid pearls, create my own. Attaching that flourish to the side of that page, and you'll see that I've already placed a flower or a couple of flowers on the top of that fold out section. Now I've just taken a little peg with a body on it and deciding where I'm going to position it to for the closure of that piece there, and it's best on the outer side. Now taking some glossy accents and adhering those flowers to the flourish. So then that's that page finished, except later on I do add another flower to that piece there. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for part 5. Bye.